The following is a presentation of the United Soccer League Championship. I didn't see that public service announcement until after I ate those pills off the floor. Call poison control!
Hell is not always fire and brimstone. Sometimes it's black and white and has meme music playing in the background. What is green is now gray, not quite dead, but not quite alive. Like a zombie. Our club is a zombie club. How did we end up in this godforsaken predicament? Who's to blame? And what is the future of Oklahoma City Energy FC? All this and more coming up next on Hate Week. MRUHAHAHA. Maps 4 passed, and a new outdoor venue for the city and club was on the horizon. All the club had to do was keep playing at Taft until the completion of the new stadium, around 2026. The Energy signed a lease extension with OKC Public Schools, securing the stadium. However, in early December it was announced the club would not compete in 2022. Taft Stadium underwent renovations that overlapped with the regular season, and unfortunately playing elsewhere was not possible. Other stadiums in the area lacked the player and fan amenities required by the league, and the waivers the Energy received from the league only apply to Taft Stadium. This news was not only a shock to fans but players as well, some of which just planted roots in OKC. It's always nice buying a home in Oklahoma City only to find out you're playing in Tampa. Supporters were disappointed by the news, but angry over the short notice given to players and their families. The roster was forced to pick up other contracts or go on loan to other clubs. A rebuild will be necessary when the Energy return in 2023. The Energy will return in 2023, right? Right? No, they do not. After months of silence from the front office, they finally hinted at a 2023 return, but later announced the Energy would go on hiatus until the completion of the new stadium, expected to be done by 2026. Maybe. It's nice how they screw with the supporters like that. You see, Taft Stadium's pitch is a little undersized. The club gets around this by league waivers, and the league decided to begin enforcing its own rules. The USL told the Energy, no more waivers. So, despite the renovations being completed and the stadium being ready to go, the Energy still can't play at Taft. The drought continues. The only thing that kept my sanity was the World Cup. But now that it's over, darkness. And now a message from our sponsor. We don't have a sponsor. Now the question is, who is to blame for this mess? First, there's the league, the USL Championship. Seems messed up we can't just ride the waivers out until the new stadium is done. What good does it do having us sit out for so long? Are there any other rules they're going to start enforcing? Like maybe the whole not playing in a baseball stadium? The league should start enforcing that rule. Second, there's the front office, the primary suspects. After a few attempts at looking into a new stadium, they did what American sports owners do. Have somebody else pay for it. The Metropolitan Area Projects Plan, or MAPS, is a capital improvement program funded by a temporary sales tax. The fourth installment, MAPS 4, was approved by the voters, giving the Energy their new stadium, and I agree the Energy FC are in need of a new stadium. Also, Oklahoma City does need a new outdoor venue. The Zoo Amphitheater is old and needs to be renovated or retired. If you find performers for profanity or excessively loud music, don't be surprised if all the good metal bands go to Tulsa. God, I hate Tulsa. F those guys. Wait, what was that?
YouTube? Probably? Maybe it was the zoo amp.
Oh, you little However, we here at Retro Sports also agree that there are more important things to spend that money on, instead of a new venue for all the suburbanites to hang out at. All of this feels like it could have been avoided. The front office gambled and took the cheap route, putting all their eggs in one basket. Now, we all must suffer. The fact is, the USL Championship isn't going to ignore the OKC market. When the new stadium is done, we'll have a club, but what form will it take? At the moment, it seems the owners are shopping out the Energy. Man, if only I was a billionaire. If I'm reading the pulse of my fellow supporters correctly, this may be for the better. Fans are still pissed. The owners seemed cool at first. There was a time when communication between club and supporters was pretty good. Tim and Liz have done some good work over at Fields and Futures. Bob used to shake our hands after matches, then come get messed up with us. Just look at this pic. Bob looks like he bonged some 3-point beer, took some whippets, and smoked a fat blunt. Then wandered out to the press conference like Tommy Chong and said something like, "Oh wow, far out man, whose hockey team?" "It's your team, Bob. It's your team." But after all this, the relationship seems to have been soured. It will take a lot for the supporters to forgive the front office, like outspend all other clubs and buy us a championship. Or a drunk, shirtless YouTube video of Tim challenging the mayor of Tulsa to a fight. That would be cool. As for any new potential owners, again, if I'm reading the pulse of my fellow supporters correctly, I think we like being green, and we like being the energy. If you want to tweak the logo, just remember to handle with care. And please don't name us something goofy like Real Sporting OKC SC United and leave the green out of the color scheme with some stupid artsy crest that we didn't ask for that means nothing to us. Because if that's the case, I may not even bother. I'm still proud of our crest, colors, and history. Just not really happy with the owners. Bob, we can't smoke anymore. Man, I'm sorry. Now, I'm not the spokesperson of the supporters, so let us know what you think in the comments section. Unless you're an FC Tulsa supporter, in that case you can't read or write, so joke's on you. We'll be back kicking the shit out of... Man, I'm not gonna get used to that anytime soon.
That's bullshit.
We'll be back to the pitch kicking the crap out of our turnpike rivals, Tulsa, soon enough. In like 3 years. Damn, I'll be over 40 by then. But if you can't wait that long, join us next Hate Week as we hate on, you already know.
The body is round.
The following has been a presentation paid from Cheshire, the cheese of the soccer league. I don't feel good. My heart is racing and my tummy hurts. Oh God, did you call that thing?